Good morning to one and all. I welcome you all for the today's morning session, that is for metal cutting and forming. Okay, so today we'll be discussing about module 2, that is grinding machine. Okay, so what is grinding machine? Okay, grinding is an abrasive machining process in which a rotating abrasive wheel removes metal from the workpiece. In the sense, it means that the excess material, the grinding machine will help you to remove the excess material of the component or the workpiece, you can see in short. Okay, and one more thing, the grinding tolerance, you might have seen in the drawings, industrial drawings, it is mentioned that grinding tolerance is there, so that also helps with the help of that only, that grinding has been done, or grinding machining, you mean to say. So grinding can be used to finish the surfaces, to obtain accurate dimensions, or to remove excess material from the workpieces. Grinding can be used to remove metal from 50 microns to few millimeters. Well got, from how much the material can be removed from the metal, from 50 microns to few millimeters. That's it. Based on the nature in which the metal is cut, the grinding operations can be classified as cylindrical grinding, under that external grinding and internal grinding, surface grinding and form grinding. These are the cylindrical classification. Okay, first one, that is cylindrical grinding. It is the operation of producing or finishing cylindrical surfaces, generally on pre-machined surfaces. Usually forgings and castings are first rough ground and then finish ground to suitable sizes. For these operations, different grades of grinding wheels are used. Okay, there are different varieties of grinding wheels. In performing cylindrical grinding operation, the cylindrical object is rotated slowly about its own axis, and then a grinding wheel rotating at a high speed is moved along the surface of the workpiece. Depending upon the surface ground, cylindrical grinding can be termed as external or internal grinding. As of I have discussed in the previous slide, that cylindrical grinding, under cylindrical grinding there will be internal grinding as well as external grinding. Okay, coolant is generally used to cool the workpiece and the wheel, and to carry away the fine chips formed. Second one, surface grinding. It is the operation of producing or finishing flat surfaces. Okay, surface grinding is nothing but a operation of producing or finishing flat surfaces. This operation is generally used for removing very small amounts of metal, that is maximum of 0.5 mm. Well got, maximum of 0.5 mm of material can be removed from the metal. The workpiece is held on a magnetic table, and the table is reciprocated while the grinding wheel machines the surface. Form grinding. This is the operation of producing or finishing the special shapes such as gear teeth, splines, threads, etc. So you all got what, for what purpose the form grinding is used? For main purpose, that is gears, machining of gear teeth, splines, threads, etc. For this purpose the suitable shaped grinding wheels are used. So you all can see here the variety of grinding wheels, that is cylindrical grinding, under that internal grinding and surface grinding which will be horizontal, and surface grinding which will be vertical, and centerless grinding, and form plunge grinding. Okay, classification of grinding machines: rough grinders, under that floor and bench grinders, portable grinders, swing frame grinders. And second one, precision grinders, under that cylindrical grinders, center type, plane and universal types, centerless, surface grinders, tool grinders, special grinders. Okay, so first one we'll be discussing about floor and bench grinders. There are these are the general purpose grinders used in workshops. Okay, a floor grinder has a horizontal spindle with two grinding wheels, one on each side. Well understood. There will be two grinding wheels, one at each end or each side we can say. The spindle can be driven by a belt and a motor arrangement, or the spindle can be direct motor shaft itself. This is mounted on a pedestal or a base. Similar grinding wheels of small to medium sizes mounted on benches are known as bench grinders. These are used for grinding of tool and miscellaneous parts. Miscellaneous parts in the sense removing of excess material or sharpen the blades, all such things. Okay. And second comes portable grinders. Portable grinders are most suitable for machining of parts at remote places and on large assemblies which cannot be held by hand or on a machine tables. The portable grinder can be carried by hand and operated at required place. Portable grinder can be driven by these methods. That is, first one is electric motor at the wheel, electric motor at a far off place with flexible shaft, and third one is pneumatic means. Pneumatically driven grinders are more convenient for operations and use as compared to the electrical driven ones. Okay, third one is swing frame grinders. These are generally used in foundries for finishing the rough surfaces with sand particles on casings. Okay, this type of grinder has a long horizontal frame pivoted at one end and suspended at its center of gravity. The other end consists of the grinding wheel driven by a motor. A handle is provided at the wheel end so that the frame with wheel can swing about its pivot point. To perform the operation, the casting is brought below the wheel and the wheel is swung by the operator using the handle. The size of the casting that can be ground depends upon the swing diameter of the frame. In this, an abrasive pasted cloth is formed into an endless belt and run over two drums. Okay, in between the drums the belt is supported over a smooth metal plate. The work to be ground is held against the running belt at the metal supported position. Such method of grinding is used for small pieces that can be held by hand. Lubrication may be provided to cool the workpieces and remove the metal chips. Next, last one, that is cylindrical or center type grinders. Okay, cylindrical or center type grinders. These are generally used for grinding plain cylindrical surfaces and can also be used for grinding tapers, fillets, counter shapes, cams and crankshafts. So this is very important type of grinding machine where we use for cams, machining of cams and crankshafts. Okay, and fillets, which are very complicated things, can be done with the help of cylindrical or center type grinders. In this, the work is held between two centers and driven by a dog or held in a chuck and rotated at slow or medium speed. Then the grinding wheel running at high speed is moved slowly along the rotating workpiece and or the workpiece is moved while the will be stationary. Next one, when the work reciprocates against the wheel to produce cylindrical surface longer than the wheel width, it is called as transverse. Okay, transverse grinding. When the work rotates in a fixed position and the wheel is fed to produce cylinders of length equal to or less than the width of the wheel, it is called as plunge cut grinding. A plunge cut grinding is shown. You all can see here the plunge cut sketch has been shown here. The working speed for the cylindrical grinding ranges from 20 to 30 minutes per meter per minute. Okay, that is surface velocity. For plunge cutting grinding, the velocity of the work is very low, that is up to 5 to 10 meter per minute. So with this we complete today's session. So if you have any doubts, you can call me. Thank you for the today's session.